In this tragic tale, we will be revealing a web of family dysfunction and unspeakable horrors. As the years passed, resentment simmered and violence became routine within this household. The subsequent investigation would unravel a dark secret and send shockwaves through the community. It all took place in the neighborhood of Pilar, Buenos Aires, Argentina. The beautiful city is known for its national park that protects a variety of wildlife and is also a popular destination for bird watching, with over 300 species of birds recorded in the area. Leandro Acosta was raised by his mother, Miriam Kowalczyk, and various partners who came into their lives. The bond between Leandro and his mother was distant and lacked affection. They lived in different cities until his mom started dating Ricardo Klein, who had a daughter named Karen. Leandro and Karen started living together at a young age and eventually became a couple when he was 18 and she was 16. Leandro suffered from an intestinal pathology that required him to use a colostomy bag, preventing him from going out to work. Therefore, his financial situation depended on the support from the rest of the family and his government assistance. Ricardo Klein was described as a tough and demanding man, working as a bricklayer and involved in buying and selling junk. He had high expectations for his children and emphasized the importance of hard work. The relationship between stepfather and stepson became increasingly complicated, with Ricardo being demanding and reproaching Leandro for not contributing enough to the household. Karen also held resentments towards her father, feeling that her biological mother couldn't bear being separated from her and that her health worsened until she passed away. Consequently, Karen had a strained relationship with her stepmother, who she felt treated her like a maid. In 2004, the family expanded with the birth of twins named Ignacio and Estefania. In recent years, they all lived together. According to investigations, this living arrangement played a crucial role in the tragic outcome of the story. Leandro later made statements indicating that when the twins were 11 years old, their father forced them to scavenge for recyclables and made them eat rotten food. Over time, the mistreatment and complications in their coexistence escalated, and violence, both physical and verbal, became routine within the household. Leandro suspected that Ricardo sexually abused his younger siblings, which he believed to be the trigger for the tragic events. On September 12, 2015, Ricardo's brother went to a police station to report the disappearance of Ricardo and Miriam, as no one had heard from them in 12 days. Leandro had been telling people that the couple had gone to Uruguay to gamble in a casino. The next day, on September 13th, a police squad car searched the house. They discovered bones from a spinal column and a bunch of long hair, which were initially identified as belonging to Leandro's mother. The investigation revealed that there was an attempt to burn some of the body parts while disposing of others by feeding them to the dogs they had in the house. Additionally, more parts of a vertebral column were found. As the case became public, Karen distanced herself from Leandro, claiming that she had not reported the homicides earlier because her brother had threatened her. However, her story didn't hold for long when another man came forward. He was a garbage collector who had been called to dispose of trash and debris from the property. He revealed to the prosecutor that Leandro had asked him to get rid of 16 bags full of garbage and rats, which he took to an open field in Pilar. Based on his testimony, the property was investigated, leading to the discovery of charred debris and human bones that belonged to Ricardo. The police also found traces of blood in various places within the house, confirming the execution of the victims. The luminol test revealed blood in a bedroom where Ricardo was executed with a shot to the head and a trail of blood in the hallway. These findings helped reconstruct the order of events and the involvement of the youths. According to Karen's version, Leandro shot their mother in the thorax, and when she crawled down the hall, he finished her off with 2 shots to the head. At first, there were doubts about Karen's participation in the parricide, as she claimed to have been sleeping and only woke up after hearing the gunshots. However, she later changed her statement, admitting that she had been forced at gunpoint to participate in covering up the crime, including cleaning the house, burning a mattress, and dismembering their parents' bodies to scatter the remains. Before Ricardo's brother filed the complaint on September 8th, Leandro had already gone to the police station and the family to report the family abuse, which resulted in a restraining order regarding the minors. The victim's uncle stated that for about 10 days, the young siblings lived with the dismembered bodies of their parents, but led a seemingly normal life. Karen continued to go to work and take care of the kids as if nothing had happened. Karen was eventually released due to a lack of evidence incriminating her. However, it remains unclear if she can be completely disassociated from the investigation. Leandro wrote a letter on his birthday, referencing a monster. He claimed to have spoken to his deceased mother and asked his stepsister not to lie. The letter was analyzed by graphologists and was seen as evidence in the parricide case of Pilar. The letter was titled, "The Monster is Here With Me." Leandro Acosta wrote the letter in his own handwriting, addressed it to all journalists. He stated that he was not crazy and mentioned that Karen had helped him and that he was now medicated. He expressed his ongoing love for his stepsister and asked her not to lie. The lawyer had a talk with Leandro at the police station, and their conversation shed light on the case. He mentioned a book that helped him and discussed his feelings about committing the crime. He expressed a sense of relief and described it as orgasmic, even going so far as to taste a piece of the victim's flesh, considering it a delicacy. He confessed that he had severe schizophrenia and spoke about voices in his head. He purchased a gun and began visiting the shooting range before the crime. Their lawyer believed that he had a severe pathology of schizophrenia, which worsened during his confinement. Leandro Acosta was ultimately accused of the deaths of his stepfather and mother. He confessed to killing his stepfather and blamed his mother's death on his sister Karen. As a result, Karen was arrested. Costa admitted to shooting his stepfather while he was in bed, but claimed that his stepsister Karen took the gun from the table and shot him 3 times. He stated that they disposed of the bodies by burning them in several bonfires. Costa also admitted to lying about his mental health, following the advice of a private lawyer to lower his sentence. Karen defended herself by stating that she only witnessed the crimes and did not report them out of fear. The prosecutor decided to send her case to a separate court to determine her involvement. During the trial, Leandro stated that he had no emotional relationship with Karen and that the only woman he loved was his mother. In October 2019, Costa was sentenced to life in prison. The court rejected his defense arguments and confirmed his conviction for the double parricide, including treachery and the use of firearms. Leandro's lawyer argued that Karen helped him, considering their toxic and symbiotic relationship. In March 2021, the Court of Buenos Aires confirmed the sentences, but reduced Karen's sentence as a secondary participant. Karen remains in prison, with the possibility of being released in a few years, according to her lawyer. Leandro Acosta is still incarcerated at the Magdalena prison and reportedly started a romantic relationship with a young woman who visits him. In a 2019 interview, he claimed that he committed the crime due to suspicions of abuse towards his younger siblings by the parents. Thanks for watching. Till next time.